I wish I had what you have. I'm jealous. I want what you have. You seem to understand the Bible. And whenever you explain to me, I find it making sense. So the Jews stumble with the transgression of killing Christ, and God uses that as a means to bring salvation to the Gentiles and embrace them in the fold. And in the Gentile church being saved, and the Jews out in the cold, some of them, the remnant according to the election of grace, look on and say, I want that. That's what I want. I'm jealous. I wish I had that. That's the idea. And the application of to us as Christians is that we should so enjoy the faith of Jesus Christ, rejoice in the teaching of the Scriptures, and live with the peace of God in our hearts as to make other people jealous. That's the way we all should be living. So that people should say, I wish I had what he had, or she had, or that family, or that young person, because that's far better than anything I have in this world. Live so as to make other people jealous, not in any sinful way, but because you're full of grace and the Spirit of Jesus Christ. And in the first instance here, we are to live, individuals, families, and this congregation, so as to make the Jews jealous. Now, the false churches can't do this. They've got nothing more than the Jews. But the true church can do this. And this is where many of the crazy premillennialists who are so pro-Jewish go completely wrong. And these people, from their actions, indicate that they are jealous of the Jews. Jealous of the Jews. Because, oh, I wish I was a Jew. Oh, if only I had a prayer shawl. Oh, if only I knew a few more Hebrew words. And then they take this affectation of learning a few Hebrew words. Shalom. They can't say, goodbye. Shalom. Well, you could use that in some proper sense, but a lot of it's affectation and pretense in my judgment. And I've seen some of it too. Shalom. Oh, look at that. They're God's peculiar people. And look at the way they've got their hair done. And oh, maybe I should take their names. And I should, instead of saying Solomon, I should say Shlomo. Because that's the way, and they're just falling all over the Jews. And then you have some Jews who become Christians. And then they spend much of their time trying to show the unbelieving Christ reject, but I'm really a Jew. Please accept me as a Jew. And they bend over backwards, and then they have to compromise more and more. Please believe me, I'm a Jew. Well, let's keep more laws, and then I'll accept you as a Jew. And their whole approach indicates that they are jealous of the Jews. And that's completely wrong. We are to live out of Christ as the fulfillment of everything in the Old and the New Testament. And having that riches, then they are to become jealous of the Christians. That's the way of it. And we are so to live then that we are to make other people, not only Jews now, but other people, other Gentiles, jealous too. Because the people in this world don't have the peace in your families. They don't have that. They don't have the marriages that you have. They can't pray. They don't have the Scriptures. They don't have comfort in death. They don't have the communion of the saints. There's weaknesses and sins there, but they don't have that. They don't have a church. They don't have hope. Never mind faith or love. And so as you mix in the world, you're to think, by God's grace we have riches. And other people see that, are attracted to it. Some are converted, and other people say, and going to be brought up at the judgment day, you saw their homes, you saw how they did. And therefore this means too, that we are not to be jealous of the ungodly. We are to live in such a way to make the Jews jealous, and by extension other people, and this means we're not to live our lives filled with jealousy. Oh, my neighbour has a new car. I wish I had a car like that. He got promotion. I wish I had promotion. Oh, look, they can go out on a Saturday night and get drunk and vomit in the streets, and I wish my children did that too, and I wish I could live like that. Get a grip. the nice dresses they have. And look how they're dressed. You know, this is the world. You don't want to envy the world. And you don't want to envy the false church either. Boy, if only we'd have a huge car, we'd have nice built. Those things don't matter. And if we lived in if we joined a false church where everything was swept under the carpet, then we'd have more children for our children to play with, and then we not have to give as much, because in those churches people don't tend to give much because they've got a huge congregation. Nobody gives much, so they all can give less each time. Well, wouldn't it be great if we could be like them? No, it wouldn't. Wouldn't it be great to believe in Jesus Christ? To have the riches of the Reformed faith, to be filled with the blessings of God, to be filled with the Spirit, to be walking in the light as He is in the light, to be growing in grace, and to know the peace of God which passes all understanding. And so we're not to be jealous of the world, because it might be rich like Psalm 73, because everyone might seem to go in an earthly sense well for them. No. And if you say instead, even the crucifixion of Christ, even the reprobation and hardening of the Jews was for my sake, so that Christ may die, that the church may become Catholic, that I and my family and my church might be saved. And then God, having given me all these riches, says, live out of that fullness. And as you do that, other people, including some Jews, and other people in the world will become jealous because of what you have. Amen.